covenantal community, for me, is a really compelling framework and orientation for us in this moment. And one of those reasons is covenantal community is an ancient framework in Judaism. We go back to the covenant that God made not just with the Jewish people, with humanity, with Noah, after God promised not to flood the world again. We go back to this sense of covenant between God and the Jewish people. Covenantal community draws inspiration from these ancient sources and the values of solidarity and commitment to the collective, even as we argue about the best way forward, even as we have sometimes quite existential disagreements of how to respond to a pressing question, to a pressing challenge, to a political development happening in our world. We're feeling that acutely now because what we're seeing right now, whether it's threat to democracy here at home in North America or the ongoing war in Israel and Gaza, most of us have not lived through a time quite like this one. But I'm actually buoyed by how we can return to our ancient sources for some guidance. And covenantal community means that we don't write people out of the script because we are disagreeing with them here in the moment. We all stood at Sinai. Covenantal community means we recommit to and uphold norms of civil discourse, of treating people b'tselem Elohim, with the idea that we're all created in the image of God, and that every human being, it doesn't matter what their perspective, political view, race, gender, sexual orientation, any part of our identity that we have, all inclusive. We're all created in the image of God, and we all deserve the respect. We all deserve respect when we come to the table to hash out these disagreements. Now, covenantal community is hard. It requires that we act in good faith. It requires that even when it would be expedient to do away with any of the guardrails of how we navigate disagreement, of how we protect our discourse, even when it would be expedient in the short term to throw away those norms of how we engage with one another, we don't. We actually can't. We're inextricably bound up with one another, and we have to find a way forward. That is incredibly important to us as a religious minority here in the United States, and thinking about how we use our majority in Israel and the obligations that we have as we wield these different types of power. And it's also the challenge that I believe we can lean into, given our strengths as a Jewish people and our values and our texts and our history, as we encounter and deftly navigate a world that is far more diverse and complex and sometimes contentious than the world we've known over the last number of decades. And we could do that together.